Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our Partner Spotlight video series. My name is Patrick, and I'm happy to share another one of our great partners with you today. Joining me is a very influential doctor, Dr. Jay Greenstein, from our partner, Kaizenovate. First off, Dr. Jay, thank you for taking the time to join me today. And if you don't mind, just sharing a little bit about yourself and what Kaizenovate is.
Yeah. So Patrick, thanks for having me. I love Abyde. It's been a great partnership with you guys. You have an amazing company. So I'm very excited that we're working together now. So I'm a chiropractor. We have multiple practices in the DC region, surrounding kind of the DC Beltway. And we have a technology company called Kaizenovate, where we just released our second product called Abyde. And what we do is we help chiropractors deliver remarkable patient outcomes and also grow practice income through our technology. So that's what we do.
That's awesome. So how exactly did this idea of Kaizenovate become what it is today?
Yeah, it's funny. Kaizenovate started with me actually doing speaking around chiropractic and rehab and clinical practice guidelines. I was asked to speak at different venues, and I decided I was going to create a company that would kind of be the LLC to be that part of the business, because we have other businesses as well. And so I created this word Kaizenovate, which is the combination of Kaizen, continuous improvement, and innovate. And so I started with like mainly speaking stuff. And as our practices grew and as we saw needs in the practices specifically related to digital health and digital engagement and technology for the patient to give them a more remarkable experience and improve their care plan adherence and also grow the provider's income, we decided that we were going to build a tech division of this company. And so that's kind of how it all came about. And yeah, now we're here today and rocking and rolling.
Yeah, now I know you're a chiropractor. Is Kaizenovate specific to only chiropractors?
So yeah, I mean, that's 98% of our audience. We do have physical therapists and athletic trainers that have been part of our journey. I've spoken at many different types of conferences, and we've got customers who are PTs and ATCs, but for the most part, we're really serving the chiropractic market.
Okay, awesome. Now, when a doctor is looking to get started with Kaizenovate, what can they expect from a user experience standpoint?
Well, I think the main thing that they can expect is innovative technology that's seamlessly integrated into their practice that allows them to be more efficient with their time, allows their staff to be more efficient with their time, and also opens up this new horizon of digital health for their patients that they've never had before. So we built what's called software as a medical device. And when our customers, chiropractic practices, use software as a medical device, they can bill for what's called remote therapeutic monitoring. They now have the ability to monitor their patients when they're not in the clinic. There are 4 specific CPT codes that tie back to that service delivery. And now these providers can bill for these codes because they're using our software. So it creates a more efficient process for them for doing things like scheduling, home exercises, text reminders, communication that's HIPAA secure so that patients feel that there's a channel they can communicate with their provider where they don't have to pick up the phone and call them. So it makes it much more efficient for the practice and the team, but also this experience that patients are getting that is truly different and innovative and remarkable that drives better care plan adherence for the patient, ultimately giving them a better outcome, but also because the provider is now able to build these codes for the service they're providing through our software, it's more practice income for them as well. So across the board, it's about creating wins, and that's what we do.
Yeah, that's great. You kind of answered my next question for me, but I'll still ask it because I think it's a great question to ask. Is why is it important that chiropractors start turning to technology like Kaizenovate and Abyde to help run their practices more efficiently?
Well, I would ask this question to the chiropractors that are listening, right? Do you want to save money? Do you want to save time? Do you want to create a better experience for your team? Do you want to create a better experience for yourself? Do you want to create a better experience for your patients? If the answer is yes to any and all of those questions, then technology is the fundamental component to all of those combined. Technology helps practices do things that we've never been able to do before in the past, like know what's happening to our patients when they're no longer in the clinic. We know how our patients are feeling when they're in the clinic, but what happens when they're outside of the clinic? Do we know? Is that a reason why maybe some of your patients self-discharge and don't complete their care plan? Is that the reason why there are billions of marketing companies, marketing new patient acquisition because you can't hold on to the patients that you currently have? So our goal is to keep patients in the practice, better adherence, better outcomes, and create raving fan patients so they refer more patients to you without having to pay these expensive digital marketing companies to, spend money on digital ad campaigns. So like technology is really important, and even AI, like we have AI built into our platform that builds the home exercise program based on the patient's diagnosis and automatically updates the HEP based on the patient's response to those exercises. Nothing like that's ever been built before, but we can do that now with the use of technology. So, we have lots of market penetration, and the great thing is that we see the customers that are using our product, they understand how it can actually create scalable impact for them. And that's really the beauty of technology.
Yeah, no, completely agree with you there. I know people that are watching this, they're getting excited about Kaizenovate. And conveniently enough, we got the business summit coming up here in June 22nd. It is up in Washington, D.C. So if an Abyde customer that's watching this video is interested in attending this event, the show, what could they expect?
This is a conference that is specific to help chiropractors build the infrastructure of their business and grow their profitability. Like that's why we're doing this conference. It's not for CEUs. We're not worried about that. What we're focused on is helping the individual chiropractor be more successful with their patients and more successful with their practice. We've got a 2-time Super Bowl winning chiropractor who's going to talk about how you actually structure a contract to get paid working with sports teams, collegiate sports teams, and professional sports teams. We've got a metabolic health expert who's got close to 1 million followers on Instagram, who's going to teach you how to build your social media following and how to monetize that. You're going to learn how to use technology to create impact at scale and improve efficiency in your practices. So these are things that you're going to learn at the Business Adjustment Summit that you're not going to learn anywhere else. So for a relatively small investment in both time and money, and you're going to be connected to this community of like-minded chiropractors who want to excel at clinical care delivery and excel at business and profitability, this is the event for you.
I know we're excited. We're going to be there. Abyde will have a booth up there. So we look forward to and encourage everybody to check it out, come up, visit. We're really looking forward to that one. One last question before I let you go, Dr. J. This is a fun one. We like to ask every partner on. What's one word to describe Kaizenovate?
And the first word that comes to mind is groundbreaking. Something like this has never been built before and probably never will be built again, because as we continue to Kaizenovate the platform, as we continue to make it even more impactful for the practices that we serve, it's just going to literally break ground that's never happened before. We were the first set of practices, our early adopter customers were the first set of practices to ever be paid for remote therapeutic monitoring as a chiropractic practice. PTs, MDs, been getting paid for years. But we did it in chiropractic first, and we will continue to lead the way to support the profession, to help them drive better outcomes for patients and drive more income for their practices. So groundbreaking is my word for you today, Patrick.
That's great. I love that. Well, this has been great. Thank you once again, Dr. J, for joining me. Now, where can doctors go to learn more about Kaizenovate or the Business Summit coming up here in June?
Yeah, so I put the links in the chat, and I know you guys are going to post those, but if you want to learn more about Kaizenovate, just go to kaizenovate.com, Kaizenovate.com. And if you want to learn about the Business Adjustment Summit, it's a long URL, so just go to kaizenovate.com and then add in 2024 Business Adjustment Summit in the Google search area, and the event will come up. And register now because the early bird pricing is going away really soon.
Perfect. And I will also like to add, if you're watching this video, please feel free to reach out to our team here at Abyde. We will be more than happy to make that warm introduction to you to Dr. J and his team as well. That wraps up another episode of our Partner Spotlight. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Patrick.